This lake for many years was full of giant bass. It didn't seem to matter what lure you used, the big bass just bit. But out of nowhere, something happened to this lake. This is the Bluffs at Sandy Shores, a 50-acre quarry lake that is part of the Private Water Fishing Club in Texas. The owner designed this lake to be a bass fisherman's paradise with giant bass being caught every day. But a few months back, the fishing got really tough and he started to find dead fish floating everywhere, which led him to ask, did all the bass in my lake die? So my task for today is to locate and catch some of the giant bass that were in this lake that have seemingly disappeared. In order to complete this survey though, I had to ask for help from an expert. And no, I don't mean a fisheries biologist, that would be cool though. But you could say this guy knows a thing or two about catching giant bass.
Dude, that's another big one. This one might be bigger. How about a Lake Fork schlumps? Let's go.
Then Elton Jones Jr.
So now that we have a real professional on the boat, it's time to begin our survey. And to do this well, we used a technology called forward-facing sonar. But what is forward-facing sonar? Unlike traditional sonar that only shows you what is directly underneath the boat, forward-facing sonar adds in another dimension by showing what is in front of you. This allowed us to look at the size of the bass in the lake and know how they were behaving. And just a few casts into the day, Alton hooks up.
Ooh, got him. Yeah, that's hey, there's bass here.
There are bass here.
They exist.
And exist they did. Lots of bass, in fact. So we at least proved the Bluffs had bass still living in it. But we couldn't seem to find any big fish, which is the whole reason we were out there in the first place. So we kept on searching. After an hour of searching around, we finally found what the bass were after, and that is real baitfish. And around those baitfish was a big mark on my Livescope, so I made a cast.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there he is. Better one? Better one. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, yes. Gosh, absolutely choked it.
With that bass weighing almost 4 pounds, I knew that this lake still had a lot of potential. And as I released the bass, we saw something amazing going on down there. The bass had moved the baitfish to the deepest corner of the lake and were ambushing them from all angles.
It literally looks like Nat Geo. Look at the hole in the bait.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
And now that we knew what was going on down there, the expert went to work.
Got him. Big one. Got him.
It's not a bad fish at all. You know, we were wondering if there were bass in here. We were told that there weren't. Livescope has shown us that there are. They're chasing this bait. And we've been catching some small ones, but once we got around the bait, they kind of have it pushed up in this little pocket where they're cornered. And literally, like you'd watch tuna eat a bait ball, they're pushing the bait and you can see the bait scatter. It's pretty cool. It's just, this Livescope's amazing. So sick.
After this, we saw 3 big marks on the screen that were probably bass larger than 8 pounds. You can see the separation between their tail and their head as they slowly swim, but don't eat our lures.
Son of a gun. That was cool.
And after seeing this, I knew,
well, they're here.
They're here.
Not even the pro can make them bite.
As the day warmed up, we moved to shallower water in search of a new school of bass. And before long, I hooked up.
Got him. Oh, man.
But before I show you how big she is, I've got to show you something cool. The sweatshirt I'm wearing, Infinite Outdoors, is my merch line, and it's more than just a clothing line. It has a meaning behind it. I believe there's a God out there who loves us so much that he would create infinite possibilities for us to make memories and have fun in the outdoors, and his love is so deep and so infinite that it would cover all of our sins so that we can have a relationship with him. So that is what Infinite Outdoors is all about. I just released my winter drop. I've got AFCO Reaper sweatshirts. I've got some incredibly soft pullover sweatshirts and hats. So whatever you need for your outdoor adventures this winter, I've got it. And if you're watching this video, I have a free shipping code. It is TRF free ship. Use that code for free shipping at checkout. I'm gonna have Infinite Outdoors linked in the video description. Let's get back to the survey.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow. That's the one we're after right there. Get in here, baby. Come on. Oh my goodness. Guess what we found? This one right here. Vibrating jig, gone. Well, I'd say that they're still here, right?
They're definitely still here.
Let's go.
At this point, we had proven that big bass exist and are catchable in this lake. So I finally took out my bad luck banana for a quick snack and got back to fishing. Or should I say,
oh gosh,
catching.
Oh my gosh, that can't be a bass. Oh, it is. It is. It's a big one. Oh, let's stinking go. And that's another 5-pounder, baby. Let's go. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, there's one. Oh, yes, sir. Another absolutely beautiful 4.5 pounder. They are still in here. Oh gosh, 2 casts in a row. Not a big one, but not a small one either. That right there is a good, healthy bass. Jeepers, thumped it. Y'all should see this, holy cow. That swim bait is G-O-N-E. Down the crunchers, 3 pounder. There we go. Oh yeah, they bite now. They bite now. Man, not a big one, but absolutely healthy. Look at this fish. Oh yes, what an absolute butterball.
Now I've got a question for you. What would you say the results were of today's survey? Well, I think I proved one thing, and that is there are plenty of bass in this lake. If the owner was worried about a broad scale fish kill, I can tell you there's plenty of bass in there. But did I prove there are still 8+ pound bass in here? Well, I didn't catch any today, so you could say no, but y'all saw there were some big fish following my bait that did not eat. So I'm gonna go with yes, there are still big bass in this lake, but just like every lake, they go through cycles. The big bass bite better on some days than other days, and for me today, I caught some quality, but just no giants. Now, if all of this cool footage piqued your interest in how I have my bass boat set up, electronics-wise, accessories, I will leave that video up here in the corner. It is my bass boat build. My name's Tyler, it's a pleasure, and we'll see you guys next time right here on TRF.